Hey guys, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and it's time for They Paid What? Sales update time. Last week was totally awesome. It was really good. So that means this week I'm totally expecting some crap because that's normally the way my business flows. It's like, yay! Oh. So last week was totally yay. On eBay, I had a total of $849 in sales on 18 items. And on Amazon, I had a total of $590 in sales. So it was good. So let's go ahead and get into what sold. I sold this vintage native, Texas native nutcracker that I've had for a pretty long time. And I didn't want to list it because the rubber bands needed to be replaced and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to. And they really just don't seem to sell for that much. But I went ahead and listed it and I put my price on it. And if somebody wanted it, they were going to pay that price. And they sure did. I paid $2.99 for it. And it sold for $19.95. The next thing up was this Med Center system. It's basically a reminder to people that take a lot of medications and they've got to take different ones throughout the day, and it's an alarm, and it'll actually go off and say, you need to take your medicine, blah, 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 and it keeps status of the medications that were taken, the medications that were missed, and that kind of a thing. I bought 2 of them for $4.99 a piece, and this one sold for $35 on best offer. Free shipping via FedEx Smart Post. And then this Wine Enthusiast carousel. There wasn't one on Amazon. There was some different varieties, but not this brand. So I went ahead and listed it on eBay, and the going price is about $39. $30, $39, around that way. And so I ended up selling that one on best offer for $30 plus shipping. I sold another one of these little guns. It's that time of season. People are making these. These parts are always going to sell during the holiday time. It's just part of people's traditions. And so when you have something that's part of somebody's tradition, those things wear out and they need to be replaced. I think this is the 4th one that I've sold within the past couple of weeks. And it went for full asking price, $21.95. Free shipping. It goes in a flat rate padded envelope. And I generally pick those up, the entire set, for anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99. I've never paid more than $4.99 for one. I bought this entire bag of HP inks. They were expired. They expired in July. And I paid $5.99 for the bag, and they sold fairly quickly. On best offer for $25 plus shipping. I made a little bit of money on the shipping because they actually went into the box at only at a 1 pound rate, but I had charged a 2 pound price. So this I paid $7.99 for it, and I went ahead and listed it for $79.95, but it went on best offer for $65. Plus shipping. I like it when you get those offers. I don't mind taking $10 off. But you offer me $20 on my $79 item, So, this one did not have the correct power adapter like the original. It was a replacement aftermarket adapter that I went ahead and put on there. And this is something that I've started doing with my items that come with multiple different pieces. Is I've started putting it up in the condition notes what they're going to receive. They're going to get, an item that has scuffs on the bottom. The order contents are going to be this, this, and this. That's it. You ain't getting nothing else. You're getting those 3 things. And I really like it. I like doing that. So I've been trying to stay consistent in putting those order contents on my listings. This actually came free from my mom. It was my little brother's, and she was going to throw it away, and she had given me like a bag of stuff, and this was in there. And I've had it around for a really long time, and it's been on the floor, and it's been behind a shelf, and it's finally, I had picked up some batteries at IKEA, because they were only like $1.99 for an 8-pack of those flat, round disc batteries and put the battery in there, and it worked, and it sold on best offer for $20 free shipping. I think it was 20. Could have been 25. 25 free shipping. And then, if you saw my haul video, I picked up a whole bunch of these body pump and body step coaching DVD CD packs. 4 of them were only the DVDs that show the choreography for the classes, and 2 of them were complete. So I sold the 4 that were incomplete. They all went for $25 best offer plus shipping, and then I sold the 1 of the complete one for $79. It went full price. Yeah, $79 plus shipping. And these were all used. They weren't new. So you can see it got here and here. And let's see. I think they all sold on the same day too. Or it might have been a 2-day period. Let's see. And here. Yeah, that was the next day. So it was a 2-day period in there and there. Yeah. Nope, I got that one twice. So yeah. So if you ever see those, they're really easy to spot because the spine only has like a little symbol of what, if it's body pump or body step or whatever it is, and then a number. That's it. So it was pretty easy to spot on the shelf. I didn't know anything about them. I just looked them up when I saw them and was like, hey, bought them all. I've had this HP 19B calculator for a really long time. I didn't have batteries for it. So it just kind of hung around for a while. I had paid $1.99 for it, and I couldn't really find batteries. They don't sell them at the grocery store around here. They didn't have them at Walgreens. I was like, I'm going to have to go to a specialty battery place. And lo and behold, I was at Goodwill one day, and Goodwill has started selling some like new items. So they have like a display of these like specialty soaps, and then they have like chips. And then recently, within the last like 6 months, they put up a battery, like a battery center. And I was standing in line and I looked over and they had these packs of the in-cell batteries. These are like little, like half of a battery is what they look like. Half of a AA. So I got those, put it in there, and it works just fine. And this went on best offer for $65, I believe. Yep, $65 free shipping. And you can see here I put on the contents, you're gonna get the calculator and 3 in-cell batteries. And that's it. So they're not expecting anything else. So I paid $1.99 for the calculator, and then I paid $1.99 for each pack of batteries. So you could just say that calculator cost me $6. And then these, I've had one of these shoes for a really long time just sitting over here in the box, and I could never find the other shoe. I was cleaning out the car the other day, and it was actually back in the very far back of the trunk underneath, like, the umbrella. So I found it and listed them. They sold right away. I think they were only listed for like 2 days. And they went for $49.95 free shipping, and they fit in a regional A box because they were a size 7, so they were pretty small. So they fit in a regional A box, and I paid $6.99 for them. And then here was another DVD that I had actually picked up for Amazon, but it didn't have a listing, and I didn't feel like bothering with it. So I just went ahead and listed it really quickly on eBay. It sold pretty much right away within the next couple of days. It went on best offer for $20 plus shipping. And then this was the item that I picked up for my challenge that nobody participated in. Thanks, everyone. They're like, your challenge sucked. I had challenged people to kind of take a little bit of money, maybe $10 or less, and buy something really outside of their comfort zone. A lot of people are scared to make a mistake. They're scared to buy something. They see something that's kind of cool, but they can't really find it. They don't really know. And it's like, for some reason, it seems like this huge gamble, you know. So I was basically challenging people to kind of take $10 or less and just buy something you know, an item or two that you're just not normally buying. I ended up buying these vintage owl cups, and I also bought a little step stool that was handmade, and they had taken a boot, like a leather boot, and cut it, and they put it as the top of the stool, and then they put fringe around it. It was really cute. I have it listed over at Etsy for like an exceptional amount of money, for like $79, just, you know, for fun, just to see. But then I also bought these cups, which I wouldn't have normally have bought. They were $2.99, I think. Might have been $1.99 for the whole set. And yeah, they went on best offer for $14.15 plus shipping, so an even $20. And then I have one item that I forgot to get up here, which was my big sell of the week, is this Samsung Wireless Airline 77 headset. Now this is for like Zumba instructors or body pump instructors, people that do gym classes, and they hook up this box to the stereo, and then there's a wireless headset here that they talk into, and they all get played out over the same speaker system. So whenever they're telling you to, you know, step to the left and move faster, it's all wireless. And so I paid $4.99 for this. If you believe me, it's $4.99. I didn't really know what it was. The listings on eBay, I wasn't really sure, because there were some listings that were like super low. I mean, like $20, and I couldn't really understand it. And I figured out that the value was actually in the headset. So if you only had the transmitter, I mean, you could sell it, but it wasn't going to sell for $200. You know, you might sell it for $40. So the value was really in the wireless headset that went along with it. So you can see here again, I went ahead and put the box contents. You know, they're getting this, they're getting this, they're getting this, this, and this. So that way there's no confusion, no nothing. I went ahead and tested it. I could tell that the microphone was transmitting, you know, to the transmitter. It was receiving the information, because there's a volume thing that goes up and down. It was picking up all the from the stereo, the music, so everything was good to go. It wasn't listed for very long, less than a week, and it sold for full asking price, $199.95. That was my big sell of the week. I was very excited. So yeah, that was it. So my profit for the week, if you can see down here, I think you can see that part, can't you? Oop. I think it's showing you my whole screen, I hope. Anyway, it says $590.16 was my profit for the week. That's including all costs of goods, all fees, PayPal fees, and shipping. That is my end result on what I actually made. $590. And then Amazon did fairly well all on its own too. Amazon was at $590 in sales. Net profit after fees and costs of goods was $310.67. So I made a lot of money last week. I don't know where the hell it went, because I don't have it anymore. No, I have it. And then, so yeah, so it was great. It was awesome. So right now what I'm doing is, I was going to go sourcing today, but I had a really stressful, appointment this morning, in regards to a living situation that we have with my nephew. And so I didn't, after it was all over with, my heart wasn't in it anymore. So I came back home. I was like, because I had planned to go sourcing. I was going to hit like 3 stores. Anyway, I ended up coming back home. So right now I'm just listing the things that I already have, which I have plenty. I mean, like that and that can be listed. Those things right there, those are Amazon shipment. They're already processed and just need to go in the box. So that's it. That's all I got going on this week, you guys. I hope you had a really fantastic week. I was really excited. That was probably one of the best weeks I've had in a really long time as far as eBay and Amazon together. Most of the time, one's doing good and the other one's doing like crap, and I don't know, you know. So, anyway, everybody have a really great week, and I will see y'all next time.